We're satisfying our sweet tooth, and as a result, expanding our waists simply to gain momentary pleasures at a great cost to our future well-being. And at a more macro level, many of us are resisting choices such as spending a bit more for clean or renewable energy that, though somewhat costlier in the moment, will help avoid greater problems down the road. In short, we're planning less for the future, not caring as much about what that future will bring. And while it's undoubtedly true that each of these examples of impatience and short-sightedness stems from many factors, underlying them all is a growing bias toward pleasure in the moment. On any given day, most people fail to stick with their daily goals about 20% of the time, a percentage that climbs quickly if they're busy, tired, or stressed. That means almost 1 out of every 5 times we try to work harder, eat better, save more, or prepare for a test or performance evaluation, we're going to fail to do it in favor of something else that's more fun in the moment. And when decisions involve important goals, the ones that truly matter to people, the success rate is even worse. Only 8% of New Year's resolutions are kept throughout the year, while 25% fail in the first week. The result is that most of us frequently end up feeling powerless to stick to our goals and, even worse, upset with ourselves for loafing, splurging, binging, or otherwise giving in to a desire for some short-term pleasure that will ultimately cost us. This raises an intriguing and troubling question. If delaying gratification and valuing the future are so important, and if we've been using science-backed strategies for decades to help us do it, why are most of us still so bad at it? One would think that our minds would come equipped with tools to meet the challenges posed by a lack of impulse control. After all, that's one hallmark of evolutionary development. The mind and body retain features that help us to thrive. So, either the development of the human mind has a gaping hole, as the need for self-control has been around since our species' beginning, or we're doing something wrong. And as a scientist who for decades has studied how humans make decisions, I can confirm that it's the latter. Our minds do come equipped with the necessary tools to succeed, but we're forsaking them. We still have serious problems delaying gratification, developing dedication, and cultivating perseverance because our notion of how self-control works is flawed. Put simply, we're seeing only half the picture. When we're forced to choose strategies for success, we tend to favor cognitive ones, stoic approaches characterized by reason, deliberation, and force of will. If you read those bestsellers I mentioned, page through popular magazines, or even peruse scientific papers, you'll find the same underlying message. Rationality trumps emotion. To stand firm in the face of challenges and temptations, we're told to use what psychologists term executive function, that part of the mind that manages and controls subordinate processes such as memory, attention, and feelings. The term executive wasn't picked by accident. This aspect of the mind is, in essence, the boss. It gives the orders that the rest of the mind is supposed to follow. Executive function allows people to plan, to reason, and to use willpower to keep focused, accept sacrifices, and ignore or suppress emotional responses that might get in the way of reaching their long-term aspirations. And cognitive strategies such as these, ones based on reason and analysis as opposed to emotions, are believed to maintain the perseverance required to succeed. But the fact that a given set of tools sometimes works doesn't imply that it will always work. Nor does it imply that they're the best tools for the job. In the case of our reliance on cognitive tools such as willpower, I believe we've created a predicament. We've ended up with a set of tools that, while effective at times, is inefficient and fragile. More troubling, under certain circumstances, these tools can even be harmful.